So I'd like to welcome everybody. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include names of your companions attending this PEP Talk. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the PEP Talk is on. There'll be group pictures at the start and at the end of the PEP Talk. So please show your face in the video. As a reminder, please take the online learning cum evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate. This is a sample of the certificate that will be given. The link is in the chat box now. Also, as a reminder, those who have gotten 50 OLETE certificates, meaning passing 50 OLETEs now, is entitled to 1 voucher for ROJoson telemedical consultation. So let's now have a group picture taking before we start the PEP Talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video and show your face. Gallery view. Okay, 1, ready. Seni, okay, 1, Seni is moving. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. There are 3 courses in the PEP Talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021, showing the components, the contents of the core courses here. From October 23, 2021 onwards, I have been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. This may take 3 years or longer. My PEP Talk today is entitled, Doing Self-Examination of Your Body is Loving Your Body. This is part of the health issue course. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an understanding of the importance of doing self-examination of one's own body. We are all born with a body. We all want to be physically and mentally healthy as long as possible while we are still in this world. We don't like diseases to strike our body. We all wish that diseases will not strike our body, but unfortunately, it is something that is beyond our control most of the time. We don't know when and what disease will strike our body. At best, we all hope that when a disease strikes our body, it will be something that is curable and one that is not permanently crippling, if not curable. At best, we all hope that when disease strikes our body, it will be recognized by us early enough so that there is a good chance for cure. The most practical way to recognize disease early enough when it unfortunately strikes our body is through a self-examination of our very own body and its parts. This should be complemented by constantly and vigilantly listening and watching our body and its parts for any symptoms of a disease. At present, most people rely on instrumental or laboratory diagnostic procedures to screen for diseases because of peddling by hospitals and clinics. Self-examination of the body and its parts are not emphasized. Most people do not and have not developed self-examination of the body as a health habit. My personal advice is to concentrate first on self-examination of one's body and its parts before considering physician's medical consultation and instrumental or laboratory screening tests and procedures. Self-examinations of the body and its parts, even in the absence of symptoms, include examination of the following: the skin, the eyes, the mouth, the neck and the thyroid, breast, genitalia, extremities, and etc., and other parts that can be seen on the surface. The self-examination of the whole body and its parts, complemented by listening and watching one's body and its parts, is the most useful and practical screening examination, as it is simple, can be done anytime, anywhere, and repeatedly or periodically, and carries no cost. One does not know which part of the body will be stricken with a disease. With the current practice of relying on the so-called executive checkup packages, with omission or neglect of regular self-examination of the body and its parts, one may be barking at the wrong tree, meaning trying to screen for a disease that may not happen. Examples of barking at the wrong tree: one may be focusing on mammography for breast cancer, and yet the disease that may strike is a brain cancer. One may be focusing on diabetes mellitus, and yet the disease that may strike is a goiter. One has to remember always that there is no such thing as complete executive checkup package that will detect all possible diseases in the body. So in the end, one still has to rely on self-examination of the whole body and its parts, complemented by listening and watching one's body and its parts for early detection of any disease that may arise. So start with periodic self-examination of the body using feel, look, and palpate procedures. This is the most practical way of doing things, rather than doing instrumental or laboratory procedures to look for diseases. The latter, meaning the laboratory or instrumental diagnostic test, cannot cover all parts of the body, and if they are performed, they cannot be done on a monthly basis, which can be done with self-examination. The self-examination can detect changes and diseases on a timely basis in case the previous self-examinations done previously, a month ago, 2 days ago, were inadequate or erroneously negative. With instrumental or laboratory procedures, changes and unnoticed diseases will only be detected on the next examinations, which are usually done after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and so many years after. This is equated to late detection if one relies solely on instrumental and laboratory procedures. Do self-examination of your body and its parts now, regular as once a month, using the right techniques coupled with proper interpretation of the findings to be taught by your trusted family physicians. You can do self-examination of your body every day if you want in a cursory manner while taking a bath. Just scrub or rub your body parts firmly with your hands, neck, breast, your tummy, scalp, upper and lower extremities, meaning hand and foot, genitalia, and of course your skin. You may be able to detect anything unusual, particularly an abnormal lump or mass, while doing this. This way, you will detect a disease that may occur in your body early. If you love yourself and your body enough, you will do regular self-examination of the whole body, of your whole body and its parts, to aim for early detection of a disease that may strike, for a better chance for cure, and for a better chance for a long life. Remember, if you got a disease, strictly speaking, you suffer alone. Your doctors and significant others can only help you so much. Other people won't be able to feel your physical pain. So you alone, only you. If you don't do regular self-examination of your body and a disease is discovered late because of your complacency and self-neglect, you can't blame anybody else but yourself. And it means you have not loved your body, yourself, and your body enough. So remember, doing self-examination of your body regularly is loving yourself and your body. Do it now before it is too late. Do self-examination of your body regularly and thoroughly, as it will be of tremendous help in the early detection of diseases that you may one day, unfortunately and unavoidably acquire. It is simple. Just feel, look, and palpate, and it costs nothing. How to do self-examination of the body and its parts? First of all, there are several types of examination based on thoroughness, completeness. One is the unhurried, meticulous examination, and the other one is the cursory examination, which means being done rapidly and superficially performed. And the other classification of types of self-examination will be based on the regularity. Regular exam, such as once a month, irregular exam, meaning sporadically or occasionally. The types based on coverage of examination, you can do whole body self-examination, which is recommended, or partial body self-examination, such as the breast only or two parts only, example, breast and the neck. Okay. So whole body self-examinations mean you feel, you look, you palpate the entire body from head to toes. So my recommendations, one is to do unhurried, meticulous self-examination of the whole body regularly once a month, and choose and mark a specific date or day each month for ease of memory so that you won't forget. Choose a date or the day each month that will coincide with the date or day recommended for the ideal time to examine a certain part of the body which you may be examining also, such as the breast. So an example will be 7 days after the mens. So you do the entire whole body examination, and or for those who are not menstruating, the first or last day of the month. Second recommendation, so in between the monthly date of self-examination, you can do cursory examination while taking a bath every day. Use a bath technique that will promote palpation of anything unusual or any unusual lump in the body. So the bath technique that will achieve the goal of self-examination is to rub and scrub your whole body parts firmly with your hands, the entire body from head to toes, okay, neck, breast, tummy, scalp, upper and lower extremities, genitalia, and of course, inclusive of your superficial skin. How to do self-examination? Essentially, it's feel, observe, and palpate the entire body from head to toes. Okay. Feel means you try to feel for any unusual sensation, such as discomfort or pain in any part of the body. Observe means looking for any unusual contour and skin changes, which include discoloration and lesions. And palpate means touching, groping, and pressing firmly to look for anything unusual, particularly a lump or a mass. So feel, observe, and palpate. If you notice something unusual, it may be either one of these four: normal variations, non-specific medical condition that may spontaneously disappear in a few days, in a few hours, okay? Start of an evolving disease, or definite disease. If you notice something unusual, you can observe for a few days with repeat self-examination. If the something unusual is persistent and alarming, consult a physician right away. If most likely something unusual looks like really abnormal, most likely abnormal or a disease reflective of a disease, consult a physician right away. If you notice something unusual, try to see if there are other accompanying symptoms to get a clue on the diagnosis. So the self-examination must be complemented by listening and watching one's body and its parts for any symptoms, for you to be able to get to a diagnosis and then decision what to do. So the essential steps are mentioned here, 3 steps. Looking for something unusual is the name of the game. That's the first thing and the foremost thing that you have to do. Next will be the interpretation of the unusual findings to make a diagnosis. In general, it could be disease suspect or not. If you're quite adept with more specific terms, you can come out with more specific label of the disease. Then the third step is to decide whether and when to consult a physician. Interpretation of the unusual findings will be learned through self-study, past experience with your own body or with other people, with your relatives, or with the help of a health professional. The ROJoson PEP Talk will try to assist you in the interpretation in the future. Last week, I've given a lecture on breast self-examination. In the future, I will be tackling the other parts of the body. So self-examination in the bathroom before the bath proper. So with a clear light, you have to stand in front of a mirror, look at anything unusual on the surface in the body in terms of contour, bulbs, skin changes, lesions, etc. You can do additional maneuvers like raising hands, turning to sides, bending, stretching, okay, as indicated to inspect the body surfaces in the other parts of the body. Okay. Self-examination during the bath proper. Okay, you have to rub your body firmly with your hands. Okay, your neck, your breast, your tummy, the scalp, upper and lower extremities, genitalia, and of course the skin. I'll just give you a sample here, which will cover only up to the neck part. Okay, but it is assumed that you have to do the examination of your entire body. So scrubbing the head, the scalp, firmly, then the face, the ear area, so while taking bath, try to look for anything unusual, then the neck, and then the thyroid, and then the chest area. So summary and takeaway, do self-examination of your body regularly and thoroughly, as it will be of tremendous help in the early detection of diseases that may one day, unfortunately, and unavoidably acquire. It is simple, just feel, look, and palpate, and it costs nothing. My personal advice is to concentrate first on self-examination of one's body and its parts before considering physician's medical consultation and instrumental or laboratory screening tests and procedures. The self-examination with the whole body and its parts, complemented by listening and watching one's body and its parts, is the most useful and practical screening examination, as it is simple and can be done anytime, anywhere, and repeatedly or periodically, and carries no cost. So my recommendation, do unhurried, meticulous self-examination of the whole body regularly once a month. In between the monthly date of self-examination, do the cursory examination while taking a bath every day, which I assume everybody is doing that. Use a bath technique that will promote palpation of anything unusual or any unusual lump in the body. So feel, observe, palpate, feel for any unusual sensation, observe, look for anything unusual, palpate, touch, grope, and press firmly to look for a abnormal lump or a lump. So if you love yourself and your body enough, you will do regular self-examination of your whole body and its parts to aim for early detection of a disease that may strike, you never know, for a better chance for cure and for a better chance for a long life. Remember, if you get a disease, strictly speaking, you suffer alone. Your doctors and significant others can only help you so much. Other people won't be able to feel your physical pain, so you alone and only you. If you don't do a regular self-examination and your body and the disease is discovered late because of self-neglect and complacency, you cannot blame anybody else but yourself. And it just means that you have not loved yourself and your body enough. Okay, so last parting word here is do regular self-examination of your body. Okay, and this is a way to show that you love yourself and your body. So do it now before it is too late. Takeaway in relation to our patient empowerment program, be always in touch with the reliable medical information on the fundamentals and generalities in self-examination of the body and its parts. As we know that knowledge is power and it gives power, use the 4 Ks of patient empowerment: kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions in the management of your health. So with that, I end my pep talk today. Doing self-examination of your body is loving your body. I hope I have empowered you to have a better understanding of the importance of doing self-examination of your own body. So before we go to the question and answer portion, reminder again, take the online learning cum evaluation test exercise or OLETE for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate as shown below. And then 50 OLETE certificates will entitle you to 1 voucher for a ROJoson telemedical consultation. So let's now have a group picture taking before we go to the QA. Okay. One, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. So the floor is now open for questions, comments, reactions, and anything you want to say. Anything? Chuchi? Yes, Chuchi. Yeah.
Yes. I find your talk very, very familiar with me, because, in my 2 cases of mastectomy, I discovered my lump in my breast while I was bathing. In both cases, dalawa yun. And in both cases also,
Yeah. Wala. In both cases, what happened? What happened to Chuchi? We lost you, Chuchi. So, okay, while waiting for Chuchi to come back, okay, we lost you, Chuchi. Unmute.
I got lost because I was disconnected. My
Okay.
Wi-Fi is quite weak.
Okay lang.
So,
Okay.
as I was saying, in both cases, they discovered that it was early discovery. In other words, if I did not feel it on time, it was really in the nick of time, no? If it was very, very timely, because my first one was stage 1 and the second one was stage 0. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay. So really, your talk is very, very relevant to my case. And I don't know about the others, no?
Okay.
Yun lang po.
Okay. Thank you for validating my lecture. Okay.
Yes.
Through a personal experience. Okay.
Yes.
So how big was the stage 0?
Stage 0 was very big. It was almost 5 cm. But it was contained because it was parang nasa supot daw eh.
Okay.
Maybe it was in the
probably it was classified on biopsy and histopath examination as carcinoma in situ, right?
In situ, yes. In
Okay.
situ.
Okay,
That's
so
the one.
so 5 centimeters is big by size, di ba? Okay, so fortunately, it turned out to be carcinoma in situ. It's not invasive. It's not invasive.
Yes.
Okay. So that's why I've been harping on that's a lot of times we cannot avoid everything. A lot of times it's parang luck na yun, kumisan luck. If 5 centimeters can be baka if it turned out to be invasive ductal carcinoma, that means it's a little late already, di ba? Ganon. Ganon. So thank you for sharing. Okay.
Opo. I'll have to turn off my video kasi very weak yung aking ano.
Sige. But you were included in the picture taking already. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments? So how many are doing self-examination of their entire body? You've been alive for so many years, taking a bath every day. Have you been doing that? I suppose you have, but you're not aware of it, and then you were not really looking for something, right?
That's right. That's right, Doc.
Doc.
Yeah, that's why very helpful po yung yung session natin ngayon kasi parang malaking reminder or parang we take a bath pero ganun lang. So sa ngayon after listening to your lecture aware na tayo kung ano yung maghanap tayo ng yung purpose natin bakit kailangan ng self body examination po. Yun.
Okay. So dapat yun no? Dapat yun na, no? Oh. So I'd like also to thank you all for attending this pep talk, this program, because it also gave me the opportunity to think of something new. Okay, I've not been lecturing on this before, no? But as I developed the program, okay, before I used to concentrate more on the breast self-exam only, but I think it should be the entire body, no? It should be the entire body, because as you see, so in the community, everybody's focusing on something, but they forget the holistic approach. No, you have to examine the entire body, no? Because you never know which disease will strike you. Okay. Any questions on the chat box?
Doc, ako, Francis.
Francis, yeah.
Actually, Doc, itong self-examination mo, whole body, before kasi it's just the breast, no? So tama, no? Hindi tayo conscious, no? Parang because we're women, parang focus natin is on the breast. But yung whole body, tama, Doc. Like itong very recent lang, I feel something dito sa may bandang singit, no? So bilang cancer survivor, may cancer history ako, breast cancer history. So agad akong nagpapanik, Doc, alam niyo. So pag may something kang nakapa, parang very easy for me to be worried or anxious right away. Pero I remember you said kasi na you monitor first or parang observe first, 'di ba? Parang if it's not growing, if it's not wala namang naging parang hindi ganun ka-irregular. So parang watch tayo muna and monitor. So pag nandun pa rin siya, so yun yung nangyari when I felt dun sa may singit ko. So parang naghantay pa ako ng ilang times before ko pina-check, and nung pina-check ko, ano naman siya, Doc? Wala lang siya, parang it's parang yung yung tawag dun, sir, subcutaneous something sa balat, parang gano'n. So parang it helped me, sir, na maging medyo kampante ng konti because I remember you mentioned to me before na, observe muna tayo, wag kayo agad magpapanik, ganyan. So I remember what you told me, and then yun, nag-observe muna ako before ko pina-check, Doc. So it helped me a lot, Doc. Yung technique.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your input, Francis. Okay. So you can still observe. There's room for observation, although a lot of other doctors probably will criticize me for that. They will always say, the first sign of any first instant that you first second of the onset of the symptoms, dapat pa-check na kayo. No? So sa akin, it all depends. No? Because a lot of times, the symptoms that you have will just disappear by itself. No, that's most of the time that will occur. No, okay. And then if it basta close observation, no, with the stance to go to the doctor as kung talagang kailangan na, no, okay. So kung nawawala na, you can just continue to observe until it disappears. No, okay. So I can only give you some guidelines, but not absolute. Sometimes you can just observe, but it's not the threatening condition, you can observe for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, gano'n, no? Okay,
Yeah.
pwede pa, no? Okay.
Ako, Dok, nung matagal kasi, matagal, hindi siya natatagal. So that's why,
Ah,
pina-check ko na.
ah,
But
okay,
thankfully, negative naman, Dok.
good, good, okay. So,
There is the question Doc, from
sige.
Jocelyn.
Sige, go ahead.
There is a question from Jocelyn T. Sabi niya, if breast ultrasound result says benign, but the lump is increasing in size, should I have it removed? Question.
Okay. So I guess you have to go to a breast specialist for a assessment, no? Okay. So the breast specialist will have to examine your breast, no? And then correlate the findings with the breast ultrasound, okay? And then come out with a decision, no? Whether to have it removed or not, okay? But before deciding whether to have it removed or not, you have to come out with a diagnosis muna, no? Diagnosis, no? Okay, that's always the starting point of any decision making, whether by the doctor or by the patient, a diagnosis of what you have, okay? So example, when you say breast ultrasound results says benign, okay, benign, without examining you, Jocelyn, okay, I'll just interpret it based on what you said, no? When you say benign, it could be, number one, it could be erroneous, okay, because not breast ultrasound reports are perfect, no, okay. Number two, it all depends on how the radiologist interpret it as benign. It could be, when you say benign, it's not cancer, right? Okay, it's not cancer, but under benign, you can have several categories, di ba? You can have benign infectious disease, benign fibrocystic changes just due to hormonal changes, no? Ganon, no? Okay. So yung mga cyst, yung mga cyst that contains fluid can also be categorized as benign, no? Okay. So usually most of the time, or I mean, not all the times, the radiologists are very specific as to the diagnosis. Sometimes they just say benign, malignant, ganun lang, two categories, no? But if you go to a breast specialist, no, she's probably, the breast specialist usually will give you more specific diagnosis, okay? So if the lump is increasing in size, okay, and then if you have the specific details, we can have a more meaningful discussion. Now, if you have the ultrasound, okay, if this is the benign ultrasound result, does it mention the type of tumor, the size, and then is it cystic or solid? Ganon, na?
I can't remember the exact words eh. Halongkatin ko po.
Okay, so okay na, mamaya na. So if it's kasi increasing in size, no, if it's mabilis lumaki, no, mabilis lumaki at fluid ang content, no, benign pa rin 'yon. Benign pa rin 'yon, no? Okay, it's a macro cyst, a big cyst, which I've been lecturing in the past during the cancer course, di ba? Okay, you can aspirate it. You can leave it alone, observe, or you can aspirate it. If it's too big, it's providing some discomfort. No? So you really, yung options to have it removed, it all depends. No? It all depends on the diagnosis. Okay. So what I'm saying, the surgeon, the breast specialist will have to come out with a more specific diagnosis. Huwag lang sasabihin, ay kasi lumalaki yung bukol, kailangan operahan. No. It should not be the case, no? But a lot of doctors are doing that. They have that approach, no? So they have to start giving you the diagnosis. You ask them, doctor, what's your diagnosis first, no? Before you tell me what I should be going through, no? Okay. If it's macrocyst, in that case, probably increasing in size, no? Mabilis, no? Tapos fluid, then benign ang ultrasound report, no? Kasi pag nakita yung ng ultrasonographer, fluid ang content ng tumor, they will say it's benign, it's a cyst. No? Then you don't have to worry. No? Okay, 99% benign yon. So you can either observe or you aspirate. No? Ganon. Okay? So yung, ano ko lang sasabihin ko? Benign. So that's it. Now, ganon. Now, I forgot.
Doc, when kayo mag face-to-face?
What?
When po kayo may face-to-face para check up?
Next year.
Next year, next year, sige.
Yeah, next December na eh.
Next year, I'll be going to see you.
Okay. Any more questions?
Thank you.
Any more in the chat box?
Wala na, Doc.
So,
Doc, one more question
sure.
regarding benign. Regarding the benign, there can also be, it can also refer to benign arrhythmia, because I have benign arrhythmia. They also use benign pala for other illnesses.
Yeah. Okay. Parang duty niya benign, toxic yung isa. Toxic ang duty niya, no? Yung mga doctors, they say, toxic ang duty ko. After my duty is benign, no? Hindi masyadong toxic, no? So yung mga medical conditions, sabi niya, okay, it's when you say benign, it's something not to worry about, no? Ganon. Okay. So
Thank you.
may tinatawag na malignant hyperthermia, no? Okay, not cancer, but talagang severe. When you say malignant hyperthermia, no? Severe, no? Ang ibig sabihin nun, not cancer, no? Okay. So benign and malignant, if it used in cancer, it's cancer or not cancer. Okay, but in other areas of medicine, when it's not referring to the cancer, it could be whether it's benign means a mild condition, okay, severe, malignant is a severe condition. Pwede, no? Oh, okay. Any more? So are you ready? I purposely make hubble for this last lecture so that you have a good start for next year. No? Okay. So the basic requirement is that starting next year, starting now, even up now, right after this lecture, start palpating yourself already. Do self-examination already. Okay. Okay. Develop that habit already, starting today. No? So not only the breast, but also the entire body. No? Okay. So in the future, I'll be teaching you the next topic, kasi most likely will be thyroid, because a lot of people are requesting for thyroid. I'll be teaching you how to do self-examination of your thyroid, of your neck. No? Okay. So that will be for next year. No? Any more comments, questions? Okay. No more? What time is it?
Meron po, Doc. I'm typing pa.
Pardon?
I'm typing my result.
Okay, good. Okay. So what time is it?
2:49.
Okay, we still have 10 minutes. Okay, so while Jocelyn's typing the results, okay, let me just add another one, add a item for discussion. Okay, I have sent you, remember last time was on the breast self-examination. Right after that lecture, that talk, I was thinking, how can I put this more into action, how to make it more effective in trying to reach out. No? Okay. So I decided to come out with a survey. No? Okay. So alam ko naman, I'll know the result. Even without the survey, I know the answers. Okay. Majority of the women, Filipino women, are not doing breast self-examination on a regular basis. Di ba? Okay. Okay. So I also thought of trying to, that's why I have a question there. If there will be a club that will promote breast self-examination, are you willing to join? Diba? Are you willing to join? No? Okay. So I'm now toying with that idea now of how to create a program, okay, to pursue that. Now, how to come out with a program that will promote Filipino women doing breast self-examination on a regular basis. No? Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, I looked at the survey just before we started this program. There were already 21 who answered. No? Okay. And then, except for one, out of the 21, except for one, everybody answered they're willing to join. No? It will be an online teaching, promoting breast self-examination. No? Okay. So for that, I need some volunteers to help me conceptualize the project. No? Okay. To help me conceptualize the project. Okay. But basically, it's I said telegabay, it's a tele online. We don't have to do face-to-face now. Okay. That's the beauty of the advantage of the COVID pandemic. Now we were able to utilize the Zoom, no? Okay, the online facilities now. So we will be teaching people how to do breast self-examination now. And then we have to come out with a program on how to encourage them, how to promote it. No? Okay. So I need some volunteers. Are you offhand, are there people who are willing to help me in this program? This is for Filipino women, huh? Okay, so that in the end, they'll be catching their breast cancer early enough. Okay, that's the primary objective. Of course, not all women will develop breast cancer, but other diseases that can be diagnosed also early enough. No? Okay. So are there people who are willing to join my program, my project? Please raise your hands. Then we'll form a task force, a group who will discuss this. Okay, Belet is willing to join. Silvas Reyes. Okay. Any other volunteers? Okay, si Francis. Okay. I suppose Chuchi will be there to help me. The great champion.
Yes. I would very, very much want to join. And my problem is I am involved in so many organizations already. But I'm willing to help.
Online lang naman ito. Online.
Okay.
Online. You don't have walang face-to-face. Online. No?
Okay.
Okay. Okay?
Sige po.
Okay. So have you typed your questions already, Jocelyn?
Yes, Doc.
Tingnan natin. Ha? Small solid nodules, more on the right, bilateral, benign lymph nodes. Okay, so if you have this readings now, so yung solid benign nodules on the right, now by red stain, this could, basta walang nakakapa na, okay? So clinically, when you say clinically, yung physicians palpating your breast now, or you palpating your breast, are you able to palpate these nodules, the so-called nodules? Are you able to?
Yung sa right, wala ako napapalpate. Pero yung left, meron yung lumalaki.
Okay. So most likely, based on my experience, okay, these are all, kasi when you say bilateral, chances are it's fibrocystic changes. No? Fibrocystic. Hormonal changes lang. Okay? Kasi usually...
the last time I saw you, nandito na yung sinasabi kong lumalaki eh.
Okay.
It's already there eh. And you said na nothing to worry about that.
Okay. So, okay. Sige,
Kaya lang lumalaki, kaya nag-worry na naman.
when say lumalaki, how big is laki? Baka in terms of
cm?
millimeters lang. Ha?
0.51 cm by something by 4.40.
How about how big?
0.51 by 0.40 cm.
That's still in millimeters. That's below 1 centimeter.
Cm. Oh,
Yeah,
cm.
that's one below 1 centimeter, di ba?
So it's still small.
Yeah. Okay.
Pero pagka pa ako malaki eh. Baka lumaki na siya. 1 year, mali, almost 1 year na to eh.
No, 1 year na. Naku.
Oo, almost 1 year na to. So by January, I should do another one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, we still have 4 minutes now. Let me yung breast. Okay.
Ay, no sound.
No sound?
Nagda-drawing pala.
Okay. So yung breast, as I said, I have this drawing, di ba, before. So
Mhm.
when you say fibrocystic, mga nodulation siya, no?
Mhm.
So you have to contrast it with a dominant mass, no?
Mm.
Okay. So
Meron talaga eh.
no, hindi, sometimes you interchange the two, no? Okay. Not only you, even doctors who are not specialists, they interchange the two, no? Okay.
Mhm.
So this one is fibrocystic, no?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Which is normal. Normal lang yan. You don't have to have it removed. This one is dominant mass. This one is scary. No? Okay. 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 So if you have reports of bilateral, okay, bilateral, no? Okay. Ganon. Dalawa. Bilateral sa'yo, di ba? And then
Yes.
less than 1 centimeter, no? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Usually, yan yon, fibrocystic yon, no?
Mhm.
Okay? Okay. So yung kasi sinasabi mo nakakapa, baka you interchange it for the two, no? Okay? Okay, so that's why you have to make the kapa and also a breast specialist will have to make the kapa, okay? To confirm kung fibrocystic or dominant mass. But if you have an ultrasound report that shows multiple, okay, and then less than 1 centimeter, no, usually fibrocystic lang yon. You don't have to worry, no?
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Okay.
okay. So, and then the other thing kanina, okay, kanina may sasabihin nga ako, natandaan ko na. When you say nodules, no? Kasi the ultrasonographer likes to use the word nodules, no? Okay. So you have to understand this. Kayo lay people, pag sinabi yung nodules, bukol, di ba? Mass, bukol, natatakot na kayo, di ba?
Yes.
Okay. So actually, it's a lot. Sometimes it's not really a mass, no? But the radiologists have the habit of using the word nodules, no? Okay. So sa akin, I don't use the word. That's why I emphasize the word dominant mass. Kung walang dominant mass, kahit na may bukol-bukol, hindi siya bukol. Okay? It's fibrocystic. Para hindi kayo matakot. Di ba? But for the radiologists, they use the word nodules in all cases. No? And then their concept, it's a bukol. Pero they always put the BI-RADS 3, which is benign. Di ba? BI-RADS 3. Probably benign. So yun. What they imply that it could be just a fibrocystic changes. No? Okay. So take note of that, all of you. No? Okay. I didn't include that on the lecture, but next time under issues, I will have a session on how to interpret the ultrasound results. No? Okay. But for the moment, when you hear the word nodules, nakakatakot talaga. But mind you, I've been talking to the radiologists. Wag na niyong gamitin the word nodules.
Yes, nakaka-alarm.
Oo, no, that's alarming. And then a lot of patients are undergoing unnecessary operations because of the word nodules. No? Okay? Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So yun sa'yo, no problem. No?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay? Any more questions? So if there are no more questions, it's 3 o'clock. Let's call it a day, and then I'll greet you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see each other on the first Saturday of January. No?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas po.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, Doc.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Christmas po.
Bye.
Christmas, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye po. Thank you.
Jocelyn, enjoy your Christmas. Don't worry.
Thank you, Doc. See you next year, Doc.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.